Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. It's Jake here, and we are going to talk again today about ones to watch trading because we've seen now some movements and how they can fluctuate, and I'm going to tell you some no risk investments you can make with them, and I'll show you how some of them would have already paid off and what you can do in the future. If you enjoyed today's video, all I ask is that you like the video, and if you're new here, consider subscribing.
Thank you!
Alright, so I already made a little bit of a video about ones to watch trading, and hopefully you guys check that out. If you haven't yet, it's definitely worth noting. But today I wanted to talk about how we saw some of that come into play, and also some investments you guys can make going forward for them. DePaul is going to be the first example, and I think this is a perfect example of a no-risk investment that already happened to pay out. Argentina had a game yesterday, and DePaul, I believe, had 2 assists in the game, and he played pretty well. I don't think he's going to get a team of the week by any means, but he played well in their game. He at least had 1 assist, and his price increased because of that. So you're going to see he was at discard yesterday, which for some reason on this card is 16K. Kind of odd. Usually they have a discard of around 10K, so let's see if they change that. But his discard was 16K, so you could have just bought one, put it in your club, and kind of the no risk way of investing in these is if they are at their minimum price, put one in your club, because if they have a good performance, you're going to make 5, 10, 15, 20K on that card. You might be wondering like what budget you should be on to do that. For me personally, I only like to invest when I'm at like 500K to a million coins plus. A million coins is ideal because you don't want really 15K cards sitting in your club for an extended period of time if you don't know exactly when it's going to rise. But if you have a million coins, it is definitely worth taking your shot on, especially because this year, ones to watch cards are very, very protected because they can upgrade with 5 wins out of 10 games, and as they start approaching that total, you're probably going to see a natural rise anyway. So a lot of these ones to watch players play for really good clubs. They're going to get that upgrade pretty much for sure in a matter of time. It's just a matter of when that will be. This one's really interesting, and this is actually the reason I wanted to make this video because I think it's really fascinating and it's pretty interesting. Sancho actually released with a mini release yesterday, which would be Sunday. The most interesting thing is Sancho already had a team of the week worthy performance before this card even came into packs. He had 2 assists, and I think he was man of the match in the England game. EA liked to kind of put some ones to watches in team of the week early on to kind of hype them up. He does have an opportunity to be in, and what you're seeing is he started yesterday, and I actually have some myself bought at 170 to 175. He started at that price yesterday, and what's happening is now team of the week predictions are starting to come out and people are seeing him in those predictions. Supposedly these cards go out of packs on Wednesday. That's what EA initially said in their pitch notes. There is an in-game screen that says it's going to be Friday, so there's a lot of confusion about this, and that stems from EA, and I don't personally have an answer for it, but I'll tell you right now, if they go out of packs Wednesday, this card's not going to have very much supply. The interesting thing about Sancho is that in his game he played as a left wing. This ones to watch card is going to have a lot of demand if it gets upgraded because a lot of people are using Sancho's base card this year. He's got the 5-star skills. He moves really nicely on the ball. Pace isn't quite as vital this year in my opinion. I think he would be really in demand, and actually the ones to watch card as the right mid right wing version would be much more in demand than the actual inform. If you guys want kind of like a riskier investment side, look if this card drops today with supply, or for some reason if he starts dropping again to like 170 to 180 or like 200K on Xbox, I think it's something to look at because if he actually gets a team of the week, and this would be a risky way to approach it, this card is undervalued in my opinion, and he might even still rise in the hype from that price because in my opinion, if he actually gets in, it's like a 250K plus card, no problem. I think Lukaku's holding that price and he doesn't even have a team of the week, so this will be a really fascinating one to watch it play out, and you can do a risky investment on it, or you can continue to sell in the hype. I sold one today at 200, but I have a lot more that I think I will hold. Let's check it out here and see how it goes. Now, I wanted to give you guys some actual investments you can capitalize on if you are on that bigger budget, or if you're building up to that bigger budget and want something that's pretty much no risk in your club. Malin is one that, in my opinion, would go up 15K probably with a good performance. If you're buying him at 20, 21K, 22K, and you're selling at 35K with a good performance, that's an absolutely great look. Locatelli, he already got 1 upgrade, but he could very well get another. So if you put 1 in your club, you're good to go there. Upamecano, that's another one that's extremely low risk because he's not only really good on this game, but Byron definitely going to win 5 out of 10 games. Dumfries is one to have in your club. That is going to be an extremely meta card. He's going to get that 90 physical. If he gets an upgrade, he's going to be really desirable. So you can really look at ones to watch Team 1 and Team 2 and pick up pretty much all of them at discard. It's almost like a Team of the Week investment, but it might pay off even faster. And it's super safe this year with the ones to watch getting a potential upgrade from 5 out of 10 wins. And most of the cards will get that. Some of these cards I don't feel as comfortable with. Hakimi, I shouted at 300k to my Discord. He's 419k now, which is nutty. But the Wijnaldum SBC, and he is the best right back in the game, super rare. So that rise has been crazy. But a card like Grealish, Alaba, you can't go wrong there. And just play it off your budget. If you have 500k, maybe get like a Dumfries or a Malin. If you have 1,000,000 coins, maybe club stock all of them. Because like I said, if they have a good performance, it's a potentially like plus 15, plus 20, plus 25k increase. And you have that for pretty much doing next to no work. Now, I'll just mention this one more time because I did mention it in the Once Watch trading video. Again, I cover all components of actually trading them in that. Check it out if you haven't. When you're looking to sell these cards, you kind of have two opportunities. Is when they're actually performing well. So let's say Dumfries gets a goal in the Netherlands game or assist in an intergame, keeps a clean sheet, whatever it may be. You would want to sell into the hype of that. He's probably going to rise from like 12 to 17k to 20k, somewhere in that range. You could sell in that initial peak time. You also could sell it closer to Team of the Week predictions coming out, and you're going to see those predictions come out on social media. You're probably seeing a lot today, and that's a big reason why Sancho is up. Another card that is actually up today that I wanted to mention is Sabitzer. And Sabitzer, to me, I actually didn't shout him personally because I didn't expect him to make many predictions. He had a goal in the Austria game, but I didn't think it was an incredible performance, but he is making them on social media. So what happened was he was like 20k yesterday, 27k now. That's a massive rise. And let's check it out for you Xbox users, 24k to 32k. That's a massive rise.
That's what she said.
And I think that one to me was a little bit unexpected. I don't know if he'll get in for sure. It's kind of a toss-up with him and Sancho, but again, this card is probably even a little bit undervalued still if he does get in. He's got really low supply. He just came out on Sunday, so this is another interesting one to watch. Kind of clever pun there, I guess, but it's just another example. So that's literally like multiple examples that have already happened with ones to watches with DePaul, Sabitzer. If you kept one in your club, you're making like 5 to 10k on these cards and you're doing next to no work. These type of investments are really safe all year. And I actually have a few more I can give you guys. So if you guys want part 2 of the video, just comment the number 2 below and we'll make sure to post that in the coming days. I really appreciate all the support on the channel lately. It's been absolutely nuts. We're going to keep putting out videos for you guys. So if you do like the video, just like the video and please subscribe if you're new here. Peace.